Opinion on Vision Pro? Zach is right. I mean, I don't know if you have watched Zuckerberg's review. It's pretty funny. Mark Zuckerberg did a review on Apple Vision Pro, and he's completely right. It's like completely horseshit. Like for any possible use cases that people use VR for now, it's horrible. It's not even a question. I guess if you want a fancy thing that can let you watch a movies, then that could be useful. But for that price, you can buy a really fancy projector, and you can watch it with your friends as well. So it seems completely worthless. No controllers? Crazy. The cost like what? 3.5k, right? Quest 3 costs like 400 to 500, something like that. Let's say you do this, like you buy a 4 Quest Pre's, and you can buy for each of them bunch of games that you can play with your friends. Just not even a question. Depends. If I wanna be a little bit more objective and not let my hate of Apple take over too much, if you care about gaming, it's completely useless. There's nothing good about it if you care about gaming for VR, and that's the main use case that people use for VR right now. Right? They game on it. Maybe working in it, but even that, I don't think it lets you use multiple displays, so it's pretty pointless. It doesn't work with anything other than Mac, and I would really not want to work on Mac. If you are not in the Apple ecosystem, it's completely useless. So unless you want to be in the Apple ecosystem and you really want to use it just for watching media, so that means movies, it's pointless. It's completely useless. It's just like, nah. Maybe if they opened the platform a little bit, let some developers develop on it, because you can't do that right now, which is really funny, by the way, guys. It's like they let the developers publish on it, but the vast majority of the developers, like big developers, so that means Netflix, YouTube, huge platforms, just don't even put their apps on it. They just completely said that, hey, yeah, that will not happen there. I don't know if they fucked it up. It's not true, because a bunch of fanboys are gonna buy it anyway. But that's what Apple lives on, right? Fanboys. It has a nice screen. That's debatable. It has higher resolution. I have not tried it myself, though. I want to be clear about that, right? So to take with all that with this fact in mind. It has higher resolution. It has lower FOV, so that's something to keep in mind. I think it's debatable to say that it has nicer screen, because Quest 3 has a really nice screen. I mean, I assume it's nice, but the thing is kind of like, if you bought a Meta device for $3,500, you can bet it's gonna have really nice screen. So like comparing a screen of Quest 3 for $500 and comparing a screen of Apple Vision Pro for $3,500, that's not even comparable. Like, you are not comparing two devices. You're comparing two completely different price points. That's like comparing your phone with $4,000 PC. Like, no shit, the PC is gonna have much better display and much better specs. It's completely different range. So I think the argument of that having a nicer screen it's kind of stupid. It's completely pointless, because if we are talking about the same price point, it's not even comparable. It has way less use cases, it has no games on it, it doesn't let you use controllers, and it's a lot more expensive. Not much going for it. On the floor laughing, just casually stated why this is better for Fraction, because yeah, it's just he completely destroyed them. Also, I think Zuckerberg really destroyed them completely. If you care about making bad financial decisions, maybe if you care about making bad financial decisions, then you buy anything Apple. If it had more function, it would be worth it, maybe. Yeah, but it doesn't. And Apple doesn't let anyone develop for it. So, like, if I had the money to buy one, I would wait a year or two for this. Yeah, but Apple doesn't let devs working on it. That's the problem. And also, they are being pretentious pricks, as always. They just, they don't let anyone call it virtual. You cannot release a game that's virtual reality on Apple Vision Pro. You have to call it, I think it was like, what the fuck are they using as term? Immersive reality or some nonsense like this. I don't think they even used mixed reality. They just basically use the exact same term everyone is using for mixed reality or VR, and they just completely renamed it. I would not want to have anything to do with a company so pretentious. They just call it something else because it's Apple, not because there is any sense in naming it something else. Because I have seen a YouTuber making an app a few days ago. I thought everyone could, if you can get it approved, but you have very strong restrictions on what you can actually do. And also, Apple is gonna be completely kicked out from Europe, so who knows? I don't know how much you're paying attention to that, but basically, European Union is slapping Apple over the ass multiple times lately, because they are breaking all possible laws they can. They are insane monopoly. Apple basically just locked a bunch of features for European iPhones, because Apple refuses to comply with laws, which is illegal, as we know. It's not much of a question, but I have to be like
That you
I am very biased against Apple. I really dislike Apple for everything they stand for. So just be aware of all that while you hear me here complaining. I think they have some internal device for that, but you cannot use any of the common engines. So what you gonna do about it? Common W Europe. Yeah, exactly. I am very happy for living in Europe. We can't complain. I mean, who wouldn't be? Like, you can travel to any country without any restrictions. Like, dude, living in Europe is an amazing thing. Maybe 9 videos to react from Beyond Fireship. It's 9 minutes long. Okay. Now, when was it released? I don't react to YouTube videos unless they are at least 2 weeks old, because I think it's a bit unfair towards people who published it. So let me know how old that is, because most YouTube videos get vast majority of their views within like first 1 to 2 weeks. So if you're reacting to it, then you're kind of stealing views from it. I don't want to do that. So maybe after it's a bit older, because I think it's probably gonna be still pretty new. Okay, now we can watch it like a week or 2 from now. But we have a bunch of articles to look at today, so it's gonna be fun.